Outside with live cam, there are at least some clouds in the sky today. They'll maybe hold the temperatures down a smidge. And when we talk smidge, we mean smidge.
Just a tiny bit.
Just a tiny bit.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning. It's Thursday.
June 9th. Thanks for joining us. And so right now we're waiting for a press conference to begin in Uvalde. It's going to be held by the school district superintendent, Dr. Hal Harrell.
He is expected to give an update on grade level alignment, safety and security counseling, and upcoming district updates.
So we're told that this press conference will not include information on the ongoing investigation into the shooting or any personnel matters. So as soon as that press conference begins, we will try to listen in for a little bit. That news conference will also be live streaming on our website at ksat.com.
But for now, let's check in with Justin Horn. We're looking at another triple-digit day, Justin.
Yeah, and you made a very astute observation there, David, with this cloud cover. Any little bit of cloud cover helps us, and as long as these clouds can stick around, they may keep temperatures down a degree or two. And these days, that makes a big difference. Let's look at the numbers right now. We're at 81 degrees at the airport, 75 Rock Springs, 79 in Del Rio, 78 up there in Kerrville. We have a little patch of clouds coming through, but we still think we'll make it up to around 100 this afternoon. 102 tomorrow, 104 on Saturday. The weekend's going to be a real scorcher. We're expecting some near record high temperatures yet again. And as we look at the numbers yesterday across the country, we were not the warmest place in the country. We got up to 101 in San Antonio yesterday, but places like Death Valley got up above 110. Phoenix was at 110. Las Vegas 106. So it's not just us dealing with this extreme heat. A lot of the south and a lot of the southern portion of the United States is too. Our forecast, 88 degrees by 11 o'clock. Those clouds eventually go away. 99 by 3 p.m. We are going to shoot for 100 this afternoon. 99 at 6 p.m., 98 at 7 p.m. with mostly clear skies and a southeasterly breeze. Do things change a little bit next week? We're going to look at that prospect and maybe a little bit more moisture. That's coming up here in just a little bit. Let's go over to Steven now. I think we've got a couple of issues on the roadways.
Well, actually, it's been a pretty cool morning, Justin. Thank you. Let's go ahead and take a look. In terms of the roads, that is, we know the weather's been a little bit hotter, but we take a look around town. I-10 at Woodlawn, you can see things aren't looking too bad from these TransGuide cameras. Things are moving just fine, and that has been the trend this morning. Just some nice traffic, but of course, we do have some issues out there, and you can see just a little bit of slowdowns due to some road work that's taking place, but we also have stalled vehicles. This one is the one we're going to mention right now. It's the latest one that we have, and the current one, 410 westbound near West Avenue. Not causing any issues, but as a reminder, make sure your vehicles are working properly. Also make sure that you're fully gassed up. We know that there's a lot of pain at the pump, but better to be fully gassed up rather than stranded out on the roadway. So let's take a look at these travel times if you're coming into San Antonio. No delays just yet, but keep in mind, Bulverde, 32 minutes. Still a little bit of a slowdown if you're heading into the downtown area in those southbound lanes of 281. But back here in town, things look to be moving just fine, and we do have a wasp that's been stalking this camera. Hopefully they won't be impacting traffic, but things look like they're moving okay, guys.
Thank you, Steven. Now to the push for gun reform in Washington after yesterday's emotional hearing on Capitol Hill.
Last night, the House approved new gun regulations largely along party lines. And the bill that would raise the minimum age for buying semi-automatic rifles and shotguns to 21 and ban large capacity magazines as well as kits that allow people to assemble so-called ghost guns.
The measure won't likely pass the Senate due to widespread GOP opposition to stricter gun control. A bipartisan group of senators, though, is in talks trying to find common ground on gun policy, but it is still unclear what, if anything, will come out of it. The group is also focusing on strengthening background checks to possibly include juvenile records and providing funding incentives for red flag laws.
And President Biden appeared on Jimmy Kimmel overnight saying the stalemate can only be solved in the voting booth.
You got to make sure that this becomes a voting issue. It's got to be one of those issues where you decide your position on the issue, senator or candidate for House or Senate, on what we're going to do on us with assault weapons.
Sources say the bipartisan talks in the Senate are making progress with the potential for an agreement by tomorrow on a framework for the deal. And talks are ongoing about funding mental health resources as well.
And for now, let's go ahead and go to the Uvalde press conference where Dr. Hal Harrell will be speaking.
Security walks have been conducted and will continue on all campuses. We're in the process of developing a list of actions we can take to strengthen security on all of our campuses. In addition, law enforcement officers have been assigned to each campus during summer school, and it is our goal to hire additional officers to be assigned to each campus for the upcoming school year. Counseling services. Our district will continue to provide counseling and support to our staff, families for the foreseeable future. Currently in our summer programs, we have counseling support available for all students on their respective summer school campuses and can be provided by our trauma-trained counselors. If needed, counselors will refer students and families to community providers for individual or group counseling and therapy. Students not attending summer school may receive counseling support as well. This is provided by Family Services Association, the Children's Bereavement Center, and Region 20 Educational Service Center. These services are located here at Benson, at the Benson Educational Complex, between the hours of 10 a.m. and 6:30 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and through June 30th at this time. There's also a list of counseling resources available on our UCISD website. We have gotten calls about ROB student item pickups. Plans are being made to collect items, student items from the classrooms at ROB. So parents, please watch for updates with the dates, times, and locations for our families to collect their items. As we move forward through this summer, I will continue weekly updates. We recognize our families and staff have questions that we do not have answers to yet. But beginning next week, I will provide weekly updates to share information with our students, parents, staff, and our community in similar fashion as we have done through the course of this past year. Another question I had this morning coming in was graduation. This morning, we have not had graduation yet for our seniors. We are meeting with our senior leadership team later today and discuss with them the possible options for our graduation ceremony or what that will look like as we move forward. So at this time, that's all the updates I have. Ms. Anne Marie, do you have?
Before we take questions for Dr. Harold, we're only going to take a few questions. Allow me to remind you, our district continues to collaborate with the investigation. Questions cannot be addressed in regards to the investigation. Please let me remind you that the district cannot address personnel matters in an open forum. Please keep in mind, this is our home, our district, and our community. We are all grieving. We will take a few questions in an orderly fashion on district information for Dr.
Once
Harold.
again, you've been listening to Hal Harold, the superintendent of the Uvalde Independent School District there in Uvalde, giving us an update on some of the progress they're making on some of the plans that they're trying to put in place to help the students and help that community recover. I think a couple of things that stood out in what he said was, number one, they are looking to hire additional officers for the schools in that school district. I believe we had mentioned earlier that there were like 4 officers for 8 schools.
They're looking at 9.
And they're looking at hiring additional officers. So I think that's one of the things that stands out from what he was talking about this morning as far as improving security at these schools in Uvalde.
They're also looking to make counseling available all summer long to all the students. They listed a couple of places where the students can go even at this time. They're also reminding parents to watch out for announcements to pick up belongings that are left and still inside of Robb Elementary. And he also announced that he'll be having weekly updates to update the community. He says that, right now we have a lot of questions that, we don't have answers to. And then they brought up graduation.
Yeah, they haven't had graduation yet.
Yeah.
So he's going to meet with their graduating, with their senior leadership team and talk about different options for graduation. As you can imagine, they're still trying to recover from that horrific day a couple of weeks ago. So graduation has been put on hold for them. And there's some seniors that would probably like to get get that diploma, and so they can move on with what their future holds for them. So once again, that's one of the things that they'll be talking about. So, and then I think the fact that he mentioned their services, their mental health services, all those services that are available that the state is also providing, he kind of updated them on that and let them know what kind of services are still available and what they're trying to do to help those folks recover down there. So once again, we have a crew in Uvalde, and we will have an update for you on KSAT 12 News at noon, and again on KSAT 12 News at 5 and 6. And of course, we'll have all this information for you on our website. I think the thing is going to continue with a couple of questions.
Yes.
And we're carrying that.
And it's actually, if you want to catch it, it's actually streaming online right now for any of the other questions that are being asked on our website at ksat.com. And right now it's 9:08. And let you know that a 9-member team will now conduct a critical incident review of the deadly Uvalde school shooting.
U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland made that announcement on yesterday. Now, Garland says the review is going to be led by the Justice Department's Office of Community-Oriented Policing Services, and they're going to also examine Uvalde's police policies, training, and communication, along with the Department of Officers and Tactics.
The independence and transparency and expertise of the Justice Department can go a long way toward assessing what happened in Uvalde with respect to the law enforcement response and to giving guidance for the future.
The mayor of Uvalde, Don McLaughlin, released a statement saying the city will fully cooperate with the review as needed. To read that full statement and more information about this investigation team, you can head over to ksat.com.
And a fund for the families impacted by the tragedy in Uvalde continues to grow. It surpassed the $3.5 million mark, but it's still unclear who's going to decide where that money goes.
The First State Bank of Uvalde told us recently the fund was being administered by School Superintendent Dr. Hal Harrell and County Judge William R. Mitchell and Mayor Don McLaughlin. The mayor has distanced himself from that claim.
That is not accurate. Originally, when they had to set something up, they needed 3 names. So our names were given them at the first.
McLaughlin says an advisory committee is going to ultimately dispense the funds using a group that has worked on accounts stemming from past mass shootings in the United States. But that committee is still being finalized, and we will continue to follow the latest on that story and those developments.
In your other morning headlines, after nearly a year, more than 1,000 interviews, a congressional committee investigating the January 6th insurrection at the U.S. Capitol last year will take their work public.
In a primetime hearing tonight, they're going to begin to detail what they've described as a months-long conspiracy to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election that culminated in a deadly attack.
11 months after Democrats voted to establish the House Select Committee to investigate the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol, the panel's 7 Democrats and 2 Republicans will begin to present their findings to the American people.
These hearings will be a chance for the country to come together, to rally around the truth and unite around the rule of law.
The first hearing, set for prime time, will set the table for more to come. The panel said it will present previously unseen material and a summary of what they've uncovered and what they describe as a multi-effort among loyalists of former President Donald Trump to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election.
Today's hearing is expected to include live testimony from at least 2 witnesses. Filmmaker Nick Quested, who was embedded with the far-right militia group the Proud Boys while shooting a documentary on American extremism. And Capitol Police Officer Caroline Edwards, one of the first officers injured when the pro-Trump mob broke police barricades.
Other than the panel's 2 Republicans, Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger, House Republicans have been largely uncooperative and dismissive of its work.
Their focus on attacking their political opponents is so strong, they don't care about the rules.
Close Trump allies like Congressman Jim Jordan of Ohio and House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy have rejected committee requests to testify.
The hearing expected to begin around 7 o'clock tonight. And of course, you can watch it right here on KSAT 12, or you can check it out on our website, ksat.com.
And time now is 9:12. We'll be right back. And welcome back. It is 9:15. So family and friends welcomed home the National Spelling Bee winner from San Antonio, Harini Logan. The 14-year-old arrived back home this week and was greeted by Mayor Ron Nierenberg and the San Antonio community.
And look at how big that trophy is.
I know, super cool.
Harini says it took years of preparation. She couldn't have done it without the support of her loved ones. And Tiffany Huertas shares her story for us this morning.
surreal. That's the word spelling bee queen Harini Logan says best describes this moment.
I think it's just so unreal to be, the winner and to come back home to this. I'm just really happy and I feel very grateful to have everybody.
Family, friends, and the San Antonio community came out to welcome Harini home at the San Antonio International Airport Tuesday night.
I'm very proud to be representing my hometown at the national level.
The 14-year-old was crowned champion of the 2022 Scripps National Spelling Bee on June 2nd.
Moorhan.
Mooragn. I've been working towards the bee for almost 6 to 7 years, and since I was in first or second grade.
Harini says the support from her community and loved ones helped her get here.
I believe it takes a village to raise a champion. Here's my village.
Harini won a little over $50,000 in cash and prizes. She wants to save money for college, invest in the stock market, and give back.
And I also really want to be an advocate for literacy and help give back to the spelling bee community and the community of San Antonio.
Harini has advice for kids who are interested in competing in the bee.
It does take commitment, and I really think commitment, being able to work hard and do whatever, give your best and be proud of yourself for doing that, I think is really important, and by doing those things you can definitely achieve your dreams.
Harini has been accepted to St. Mary's Hall and received a full-ride scholarship. She is excited for this new journey. She wants to give back and provide opportunities for students who would like to participate in the bee.
All right, so let's clear something up. The trophy that she had in her hands when she came down the escalator at the airport was not the trophy that she won.
No.
Okay, explain that.
She got that on a show live with Kelly and Ryan.
Oh, okay.
But she is waiting for that trophy that's going to have her name engraved on it. So that's very exciting.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So she got 2 trophies out of this deal.
Yes. So far, she might get more.
Yes, and she's going to do great things. I know it here in San Antonio. So I'm excited to see her whole journey.
This is awesome.
We'll follow up with her for sure.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Tiffany.
Got that scholarship to the St. Mary's Hall?
I know. That's nice.
Well, she already knows how to spell, so let's...
She'll be good. Yeah. Congratulations again to Harini.
Can you spell weather? Real fast. Can you spell weather as fast as she spelled Moorhen?
Actually, no.
That was insane. With the little
very
button
quick.
and God, that's incredible. I'm so impressed and so excited that she's representing San Antonio.
Yeah.
Great job, great job. And we can certainly spell hot because well, that's all of us.
There you go.
David,
you
yes.
won.
Anyway, it's Drought Monitor Day too. We have to look at the Drought Monitor. Unfortunately, it doesn't reveal great news. 79% of the state this week is in drought. And as you look closer at our area, exceptional drought for a lot of spots. Curvo, Bandera, Lakey, Rock Springs, Uvalde, Hondo, even parts of southern Bexar County now, Pleasanton, Forestville, Karnes City, all in that corridor where we desperately need some rain. And it's not just us. I mean, basically the whole area here is dealing with drought. That's just the worst of it. And as we look at Medina Lake, it is continuing to fall. 16% full. It's down 60 feet now. It's down 12 feet just in the last 3 months. High temperatures yesterday, 101 here in San Antonio, tied a record, 102 Hondo, 104 in Eagle Pass, 101 in Kerrville. Pretty much everybody in the triple digits. Today it's going to be a close call, and one of the reasons is we do have some cloud cover in place right now that may keep temperatures down just a degree or two, and that may make the difference between 99 or 100. As for right now, we're going 100. But, if it was 99, we'd be okay with that. 96 in Fair Oaks Ranch today, 98 Canyon Lake, 99 in San Marcos. Still going to be another hot day. And with yesterday's 101, we now have 9 days this year where we have been at 100. Still far away from those records, but we are certainly on pace to get there if things continue as they are. And we sure hope that things change. There is maybe a little bit of a change in the forecast as we get into next week, and we'll get into that in just a second. First, there are those clouds I was talking about. Mostly cloudy at the airport, 81. Dew point is at 71. And with a higher dew point, this was higher than it was yesterday. We're going to watch that feels like number, that heat index closely today. Feels like 85 even at this hour. There is that deck of clouds is working through south to north, but right now a lot of clouds over San Antonio. South of that there is some clearing, and I do think we'll see some clearing this afternoon. But in the meantime, then this cloud cover, it can only help. 81 degrees New Braunfels, 80 in Seguin, 77 in Bernie Stage, 78 right now in Rio Medina. And as we look at the big picture here across Texas, high pressure is still very much in control and squashing really any rain. There are a few showers out near El Paso, maybe a couple in northern parts of Louisiana, but that's just about it. So where does this high pressure go? It does move out west briefly, and then it kind of comes back over us this weekend. And that's why I think both Saturday and Sunday we're going to see some of our hottest temperatures. Then as we get into early next week, it scoots east. And so this takes away some of the heat as far as the high temperatures are concerned, but it also drags in a lot more humidity and deep moisture. So I think the humidity will be up, and we'll probably still be dealing with hot temperatures and then probably a heat index on top of that. So, you know, something to watch. And with some deeper humidity, maybe a shower or two could pop up, but it's not going to be anything significant. If later in the week, if we can tap into some tropical moisture, and there is some down there, then maybe we could get a slightly better rain chance, but it's not in the forecast yet. Dew points will fall off this weekend and then build back next week, as we talked about, with some higher humidity by Tuesday. If you're heading out to the beach this weekend, looks pretty good. It's going to be hot, obviously. Temperatures in the mid-90s. Seas will be anywhere from 3 to 5 feet. That water temperature is getting close to 90, so we know that the tropics will start heating up here at some point. 102 Friday, 104 Saturday, 104 Sunday, 102 on Monday, 100 for Flag Day on Tuesday, and 100 on Wednesday, guys.
Got to get some skiers behind your boat.
Yeah, I should. That's going to take some work, but I'll work on it.
All right.
Thank you, Justin.
It's 9:22 and 81 degrees.
And coming up after the break, Katie Blake's going to talk to us about a new exhibit coming soon to the museum.
Summertime, kids out of school, so if you're looking for something fun to do and you want them to get a little education this summer, the museum may be the place for you.
So meteorologist Katie Blake joins us now to talk about a new exhibit at the museum coming very soon. Good morning.
Good morning. David and I are all about giving parents things for their kids to do to keep them busy, right? Little science lab action. But if you've exhausted all of our Katie Science Lab activities, parents, listen up. A very special experience is coming to the museum, but only for 3 days this month. It's called Fort Innovate, and it'll be at the museum June 17th, 18th, and 19th. So late next weekend. I had a chance to chat with Miranda Cosgrove about it. And if that name sounds familiar, you might know Miranda as star of iCarly, the Nickelodeon sitcom. And as I learned today, a rebooted streaming series too. She's now also a STEM advocate and enjoys sharing her love of science with others. She told me a little bit about what went into putting this experience together in partnership with USAA. Check it out.
It has to do with military innovation. So all of the different little exhibits when you enter it have to do with the military. So there's a drone one, a virtual reality one, a night vision one, and a walkie-talkie one, because walkie-talkies were actually used for the first time in the military. Okay. So yeah, you get to learn little facts about the military and how it all ties in. And then you also get to just have a good time and have fun.
That sounds pretty perfect for Military City, USA, right? This is all part of USAA's 100th anniversary celebration. So there's also a sweepstakes here. You could win $50,000 and a trip to space camp. You can enter when you visit the museum. So mark your calendars for June 17th through 19th. The Fort Innovate experience is free with museum admission at the museum, which is on Broadway.
And it fits right in because it looks like it's just a pure hands-on activity with all this kind of stuff, like the other stuff at the museum.
It's really cool. So I know the museum is always a popular place, but this is something that'll be there just for a few days. So hopefully folks can get there and check it out.
That's good. That's already next week. I had to recheck my calendar because this month is flying by.
I know.
It's wow.
It's coming up fast.
All right. Thank you, Katie.
And it's probably cooler in the museum than outside the museum.
That is true. We'll take that.
There you go.
Any relief.
9:28 and what's the temperature?
82 degrees. It's warming up.
What is that?
You're in denial. We'll be right back.
I wish.
Taking another quick look outside with live
Whoa,
cam.
look at those clouds.
Yes.
Never have we been so excited about clouds.
We'll take the clouds. We're in total denial about these triple digits.
Hey, man, let them stick around. If they stick around long enough, it'll keep us out of the triple digits today. Right now, we're forecasting 100, but a little bit of cloud cover, just even a little bit, can help. Let's look at the satellite picture. You saw the scene outside, so let's look at it from the satellite's point of view. And you can see those clouds coming through. We've got a nice little deck working through Bexar County as we speak. Now, these will scatter out. We are going to see sun this afternoon, but as long as we can keep the sun covered up for now, that again is going to keep temperatures down just a little bit. Right now, we're sitting at 81 degrees at the airport, 79 Rio Medina, 79 in Hondo, it's 78 Kerrville, 79 Comfort. It is up to 83 in Gonzales, a spot that is seeing a little bit more sun. Pollen count. It's just mold, it's low, it's 250. As long as we're as dry as we are, you're not going to notice molds for sure in the pollen count, and probably not much else. So good news on that front, I suppose. High temperatures yesterday. There were a couple spots that did set records. San Antonio, Austin, Houston, we all tied records. And then El Paso, shout out to RJ, 106 yesterday, beating its old record of 105. And our forecast today, we'll be up around, again, 100 this afternoon. A lot of spots right there at that triple-digit mark. But from here, going into the weekend, we're going to see even hotter numbers once again. So we'll take a look at that forecast here in just a few minutes.
All right, Justin, thank you. And as gas prices keep rising, some people are cutting things out of the budget to offset the prices at the pump. However, as Patty Santos reports, one mechanic says you can also help your fuel tank go a little further with some cheap fixes.
Rising gas prices are causing some to make sacrifices.
I'm giving up taking my daughter to go to the movies or anything fun for her because I can't afford it.
Makeup and just stuff, luxury stuff that you'd want to get for yourself.
Summer trips are on hold for others.
Less traveling. Staying in town.
Texas mechanic Jeff Buckley, a member of the Automotive Service Association, says there's a few things every driver can do to get better mileage. Start with checking the tire alignment and pressure.
That tire's underinflated, so it's harder for it to roll. And it's kind of like if you tried pushing it, it'd feel like you have a flat tire. It's easier to roll. You're going to get a little bit better mileage.
The proper amount recommended is printed on the tire. Remember, heat can cause pressure to drop.
If you keep the fuel good, then we're going to get the better mileage.
Buckley says consider investing into a fuel or engine cleaner or stabilizer. You can get them at an auto parts store.
This is a cleaner that will keep the injectors clean. So how often do you have to use it? Well, when you notice, hey, my mileage is going down.
Buckley says airing your tires could get you 1/2 to 1.5 miles more on mileage. A tune-up could also give you another 2 to 4 miles, depending on what you drive.
Now that you're done with your engine, pop open your trunk and make sure you get rid of any heavy, unnecessary things you might be carrying around.
Price of fuel is awful high right now. Let's take all that stuff out so we can lessen the weight on the vehicle.
Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
And taking a look at the latest gas prices according to AAA, the average in San Antonio is $4.51. So the average in Texas is $4.62, up about 1 cent from yesterday. And the national average is $4.97. That is up 2 cents from yesterday.
So just stay home and watch the NBA Finals. Don't spend time wasting gas.
Ooh, no need to drive anywhere.
Don't need to drive
anywhere. Park yourself on the couch.
NBAC, yes.
Pretty good, huh? So game 3 last night.
Woo,
Series tied 1 apiece. It moved to Boston, and there's a little controversy before the game even started.
Yeah, this was very interesting. So apparently the Warriors complained that something was off with the height of the rim, the basket. It turned out that it was 2 inches off. So some shenanigans there in Boston.
But remember, the visiting team, if that still holds true like it used to, the visiting team gets to pick which basket they want to start the game going towards, right?
Yeah,
so they picked that basket. Maybe they ought to take a tape measure. Kind of like Hoosiers. Get your tape measure out and measure the rim.
Some old school methods
there we go.
All right, speaking of some old school methods here, talk about physicality right there. That's not right there. But Boston coming out in this game, very physical. Look at Derek White there. I mean, look at this guy. Started the season with the Spurs, now is 2 wins away from a NBA championship. Who would have ever thought that?
Steph's favorite player in the NBA Finals because they're winning now. If Golden State was winning, it would be Steph Curry. But since Boston's winning.
Like them both.
David, Boston came out, big lead here. They were up by 15 at the end of the first quarter. Golden State got this thing a little close here in the second quarter. Third quarter now, Steph was doing what Steph does.
Yeah, look at that. That was a little foul right there, maybe on the 3. But, he was in a little bit of of trouble in the first quarter because he got 2 quick fouls, so he had to sit at the end of the first quarter, and that kind of helped Boston get that big lead. And then the third quarter, it was the Steph Curry show.
Yep.
And then Boston tried to make that comeback. And then watch this. Here's a scramble, and then ouch. This is going to hurt. That's Steph underneath there.
Yeah,
and that hurt. And you can tell he's in some pain.
That obviously causing a lot of worry for Warriors fans and, of course, the team this morning. Boston goes on a big run here in the fourth quarter. They've done pretty well, David, in fourth quarters. We saw that in game one as well as they take care of business here at home. Take a 2-1 series.
That guy is like hot and cold. Draymond Green was like not effective at all last night. And he said he got his 6th foul and fouled out of the game when the guys were laying all over Steph Curry. So he said, I got to protect my player, so I'm going to start shoving guys off of him. And he got that foul. Remember?
And I'll see how it responds. So not much other to say. I don't feel like I'll miss a game, though. So take advantage of these next 48 hours to get ready.
When you allow a team to get comfortable, especially in front of their home crowd, then it's tough. We'll be better. I'll be better. Come out, win game 4, go back home 2-2.
Game 2, they brought the heat to us, and for us that was left a bad taste in our mouth. Definitely woke us up a little bit, and we just wanted to come out and if we were going to come out here and play, the last thing when we left that court, we didn't want to say, well, we weren't physical enough.
I was wanting to hear from Draymond Green's son, who was sitting right there. Just Michael, let him answer a couple questions.
I think he had something to say. But you mentioned Draymond, and you were talking about how inconsistent he's been. I think he had like 2 points yesterday, 3 rebounds, a couple of assists. So, he was terrible. He did say after the game that he was pretty bad. So
I think they used the word soft. Apparently he's listening to Pop over the years.
So now we head to game 4, David, Friday night here, 8 p.m. on KSAT 12. Steph Curry there saying a little bit earlier that he thinks he's going to be okay to go, but still, it was the same injury that he had during the regular season.
If he could come out and do post-game interviews, more than likely
that's a good rule of thumb.
He's going to be able to play on Friday night. I mean, it's the NBA Finals.
Right.
The rest when it's over.
Hey, Manu would do it. Contusion under any.
No question, Manu would come out there. So
Manu would come out and do it for
if
sure.
If he can even limp out there, he's going to go out there and play.
Yeah, he will.
So because half of him is better than full of most.
And they definitely need some help because besides Draymond Green not playing well, Jordan Poole did not play well. But Clay and Steph did their thing, but still Boston looking pretty good. Pretty good so far.
I keep hearing Steph. I'm like,
I know. It was like Steph doing this, Steph doing that. Steph Curry.
How are your knees?
They're good, but I'm not that good of a player.
Can you dribble? And shoot? All you got to do is be able to shoot 30-footers. If you can shoot a 30-footer, then you're good.
Yeah.
So,
Not consistently.
Not consistently. Well.
No, not at all.
All right.
All right, guys. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Steph.
Time now, 9:39. You're watching GMSA at 9. And when we come back, we are continuing our great graduate series and featuring a UTSA grad who proves it is never too late to taste your jeans.
Welcome back, 9:43. In today's great grad story, a UTSA graduate proves it's never too late to earn a degree.
So after taking a 7-year break, Mark Miller returned to school and is on his way to making his dreams come true.
Tiffany Huerta shares his message to students in school or anyone thinking of returning to the classroom.
I'd always intended to finish, but it just got busy.
Mark Miller decided to take a break from college in 2012 to support his family while his wife finished school. He was working in the restaurant industry at the time.
Was offered a promotion to manager and then kitchen manager and then general manager. And when I received that promotion, I was asked to stop taking classes for a little while. And next thing I knew, 7 years went by.
After his wife finished school, Mark wanted to complete one of his goals of getting his degree in kinesiology. That led him to UTSA.
I started right in the middle of COVID.
Although there were some challenges, Mark pushed forward. He got involved with the Pre-Physical Therapy Society and became vice president. He also had internships at Mission Physical Therapy and UT Health Institute for Health Promotion and Research. His advice to students in school:
try to get outside of your comfort zone. Always sitting in front of class gave me the opportunity to interact with the professors quite a bit and get to know them. And then it offered me some other opportunities.
And for those thinking of returning to school,
it's maybe a little bit difficult to throw yourself into the mix with a lot of people that are much younger than you, but if you can get past that, it's really rewarding.
Mark is now applying to physical therapy school with a dream of having clinics in town. Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
Congratulations to Mark and his family.
Good for him. Stick-to-itiveness.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Jess, that's a big word.
I like it, though.
Maybe Harini can come spell it for us.
In record time.
You got 3 seconds to spell it. We're sticking to this forecast, right, of heat. So let's look ahead, okay? Let's look down the line here, a countdown of how many days we have until, today's the 9th, yes. Summer, 12 days. 12 days away until the official start of summer.
We haven't hit summer yet?
Not yet, nope. 25 days away from the 4th of July, Independence Day.
All right.
88 days away from Labor Day.
What about the important one, Halloween? You skipped
Halloween? Oh, wow.
Justin.
I wasn't expecting that kind of reaction.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I'll add it on there next time. I just went ahead and went to Thanksgiving because I was thinking cool thoughts, see?
Okay.
Okay.
And Christmas?
I don't get that. You know why I didn't put Christmas on there? Because Mike Ostrage wouldn't let me. He's like, that's too far away. You can't put that. We had this whole discussion.
All right. Well, next time I want to see a
but if we're gonna
jack-o'-lantern on there.
Yes, ma'am. Halloween's on there next time.
If we're thinking cool thoughts, should Christmas be on there?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, you guys, man.
Sorry.
Tough crowd. There's a look at the aquifer. 6:39 today. Actually, it should be down to 6:38. We're seeing the aquifer continue to really drop. So that's a problem. And the average has actually dropped below 642 now. So not a good situation here when it comes to the aquifer. As we go outside for you, we've got mostly cloudy skies. We mentioned this is a good thing. 81 degrees at the airport, 81 Stinson, 81 Kelly, 81 at Randolph. Consistency. Yes, southeasterly winds at the airport anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour. There's enough humidity out there, though, this morning where we are dealing with a heat index. Feels like 85 at the airport, feels like 81 Bernie Stage, feels like 86 in New Braunfels, feels like 84 right now in Seguin. And the dew points are in the 70s, so that's the reason for it. The dew points are in the oppressive category. These numbers should drop a little bit this afternoon, but they are higher than they have been the last couple of days. So the heat index may be a real concern today. Thankfully, those clouds are still there. We've got some breaks starting to develop, but they are still looking, or we're still looking at mostly cloudy skies here over San Antonio. Big picture across Texas, still very, very quiet. High pressures still very much in control. And it does go west for a little bit, and then it tries to come back east as we get into next week. So over the weekend, it's over top of us, which is why I think we'll see our hottest temperatures. But by next week, it does move off to the east. And that starts to bring in some humidity. It may not be as hot, but it'll be more humid. So it's just a trade-off. And I was also looking at the models for the Saharan dust, and it looks like this will start to drag some dust in here into the upper parts of the atmosphere as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday. So just a heads up. Maybe a little bit hazy. If you have asthma or anything like that, it may cause some issues. So just something to look for next week. And by the way, with that much humidity, it's conceivable we could see a shower or two, but nothing that's going to really help us out as far as this drought is concerned, even going into Wednesday. High pressures still taking over. 90 degrees noontime, 94 at 1 o'clock. We'll call for mostly sunny skies this afternoon, up around 100. Now, if these clouds hold on a little bit longer, we may be able to drop that number just a hair. 95 at 8 o'clock, 90 by 9 p.m., mostly clear. And the extended forecast, we mentioned the weekend, probably our hottest numbers, 104. The record, by the way, on Saturday is 104, so potential to tie it. We'll be close on Sunday. 102 Monday, which would be potentially a record. And then we're bringing those temperatures down Tuesday, Wednesday, and we'll see what happens down the line. There are some indications that maybe some tropical moisture could get dragged in here late next week. That would help, but it's just too early to say yet if we have any real rain chances in the forecast.
We'll keep our fingers crossed.
Yes.
Little advice for you. Just a little, I'm not used to giving advice. But just next time you do one of those calendar things, days away, you can consult some experts like Steph next time.
I'll just do a poll around the newsroom.
She drew her pumpkin.
I forget that Halloween that's your day, right?
Have you ever seen a pumpkin with a sad face? That's how bad this is.
A disappointed pumpkin.
No teeth and a sad face in that pumpkin.
Next time.
All right, thank you, Justin. Time now, 9:49 and 82 degrees for now.
When we come back, a look at the new Jurassic World movie coming out tomorrow. Ooh, look out. They can forget about dinosaurs attacking tourists. Jurassic World Dominion finds humanity having to learn to live with the reptiles.
CNN's Rick Damigella gives us a look at the new movie.
Genetic power has now been unleashed.
We made a terrible mistake.
The doomsday clock might be about out of time.
The Jurassic World trilogy concludes with Jurassic World Dominion.
Baby raptor. I made a promise we would bring her home.
You made a promise to a dinosaur.
Yeah. What?
This film is a spectacle, and all of the characters do a ton because there are dinosaurs everywhere, and the world is dangerous.
You didn't come out all this way just to catch up now, did you?
You coming or what?
Dominion unites the original Jurassic Park trio with the heroes of the new trilogy.
Don't move.
The performances that each of them gave in the original movie cemented in my mind long before I even knew I would be an actor. So it's a bit surreal. It's like two worlds colliding.
And we had such a great time. The first time 30 years ago with Laura Dern and Sam Neill, they're so amazingly spectacular. And then to be mixed up with Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, and the rest of the great cast, and Colin Trevorrow, I must say, wonderful director.
That one's pretty good. I had a lot of help from these actors who they know their characters better than anyone else in the world, and they know what they need to feel that their character's been respected and has a full journey and a real beginning, middle, and an end. In the final film, I am confident that it's all there.
We're racing toward the extinction of our species. We not only lack dominion over nature, we're subordinate to it.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
A good dinosaur movie. Families' love for the outdoors has taken them across the country.
Tomorrow on GMSA at 9, how their journey has brought their family closer together and a look at their adventure visiting national parks.
See, they're outside doing outdoor activities. That's great.
Yeah.
Although
a lot of shade there with the trees.
They need to get some water. Take that bottle.
Don't spend several hours out there. You want to be careful. But yeah, it is summer. We have some cloud cover moving across right now. We'll continue to see some of those clouds off and on here this morning. And those temperatures, well, they'll make it up into the triple digits, we think, this afternoon, around 100 degrees, 102 Friday, 104 Saturday, Sunday, more triple digits next week.
Ooh. All right.
Too hot, especially this weekend.
Thanks, Justin.
Yeah, this weekend is going to be brutal. Yeah.
And we're going to have a live report from Uvalde at noon with a recap of what the superintendent had to say. Of course, we cut into the newscast earlier with a little bit about that press conference.
In the meantime, have a great morning, and we'll see you back here on KSAT 12 News at noon.
Have a good day.